Yo, Cliffjumper 1984, Red Rocks. Oh, the alcoholic Autobot. I'm seeing time and time again. It's getting, it's questioning my thought, I guess, and the sense of growing up in the late 80s, early 90s, and having a Nintendo. I've come across a couple videos lately that have people bitching about the use of not having maps in certain games. Especially, I was just reading and watching a video this morning, or was it yesterday? It was one of those days, about Zelda 1 and people complaining about how they couldn't have completed it without a map. And the other game being Metroid. And of course, there's a few other ones, but these are more or less that I see constantly repeated. Hey, I didn't have a map. It was so hard that I didn't have a map. And I'm just like, wow, are you kidding me? And I can understand, I guess everyone's got their own opinion. And I was that type of person that I would grind away at a game to find everything I need. Basically, when I was playing and, 8, 9, 10 years old in front of my Nintendo on a Saturday afternoon or a Sunday night or something like that, whenever I was able to get to it. I didn't really have my own TV in my room, maybe till I was like 11 or 12. So to, be able to play it whenever I chose. But just for people to be like, I needed a map for Zelda 1. Yes, you had that gray rectangle with that little blue block, or green block, and that wasn't good enough for a lot of people. It kind of gave you the relativity of where you were at. I was so much as able to, memorize on the map pretty much for 50 to 70% of the map. If you were there, I knew where I was at, and I knew the spot. And even for certain things, like when you would get to the Lost Woods section where you would have to go left, up, left, down, left, I figured that out on myself. I didn't need no guide. I didn't need that's very bad English, excuse me. I didn't need any guide. As for the random bush burning, after I got the red candle, I'd fucking burn everything. Fuck that shit, bombing random walls. You get 12 bombs, or what was it? You start out with 8, got the upgrade to 16. Fuck that shit. Bomb every fucking wall. I did that. I didn't need a map. I didn't need a guide to tell me how to beat a game. And some people think that takes the fun out of it. Yes, but it kind of concepts to real life. When Columbus landed somewhere, he never landed in where he wanted to. I don't even remember that fucking history. Let's start with something else. You walk into a cave. You know nothing about the cave. Do you go with a map that from a place you don't know anything about and have a map? That doesn't fucking work. And like if no one's ever explored there before, I guess Hyrule's been explored though, so you wouldn't need a map. Okay, so then let's go to the point of Metroid. There was no map system whatsoever, and people were like, it finally got fixed in, what was that Metroid reboot for the first one? Metroid Zero, am I right? They put a map in it. Wow. And people were like, yeah, that's a great improvement. Of course it's a great improvement. You go back to the old game, and it's the first time Samus came to this planet. Did she have a map? Because if it's the first time she came and it's really kind of unexplored besides like the deceased Chocobo, or is that how you pronounce her name? How is there a map that's existing of a planet like that that's maybe even in a language that she could understand? Well, then she was raised by the Chocobo too. But see, again, in my age, I didn't need a map. I didn't need any special walkthroughs or how to beat Metroid. I did it by being faithful to the NES. That's why games were so hard back then on the NES. You were supposed to get your time into it. If it was that hard, it took you 60, 80 hours to beat it in a game that, now you can do it in 2 or 3 hours. That's what you had to do. That's what justified the $50 of a video game back in 88, 86. Fuck that. I just don't see why I'm seeing like such these people complaining, even my age now. I'm 30 years old, people saying, well, yeah, thank God, I would never beat it if I had the map or a walkthrough. That's cheating. Everyone's used, a map in some games. I will admit I definitely have used a map or walkthrough in a lot of stuff. But when it comes to me being little and I didn't have access to that, you just gotta do what you gotta do. I didn't have Nintendo Power. I, was able to look at it that a buddy of mine had that I went to a daycare and he went to school with me. And it didn't have every game, of course, that I was playing. And he didn't have a subscription. He went and bought it as his mom was able to get it. He maybe wanted to get one at a couple months at a time. This is a quick random video and a thought. Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? Hey, everyone's got their own opinion. No hating on anybody. It's just how I feel. Throw your comment below. Video response, anything. Yeah. I was surprised I actually found this shirt. It's a pretty badass Megadeth shirt. It's from the World Needs a Hero tour. I seen them at Crocodile Rock. It's actually like more of a club than it is, a big stadium. It probably stands about 450. And to see Megadeth in a club in '01, pretty fucking badass. Anyway, it's something off topic. Yeah, Red Rocks, everything. Drink one on me. Appreciate it. I'll talk to y'all later.